Hey, it's the rideshare dick coming to you live. Today's, let's see, what day is it today? It's Sunday. It's March 5th, and it's about 5:35 p.m. I just wanted to go over a quick story. I was just sending terrible emails off to Uber, fighting with them about the chick that threw up in my car, and then they gave me a 1 star and all that, and they reported me as having non-professionalism or whatever. And I'm just arguing with them, telling them, hey, it's not cool. You guys should fucking take that shit back. Not let somebody that throws up in your fucking car and then gets hit with a cleaning fee and then they get pissed be able to score you, rate you low, and then complain about you, you know? And I keep telling them, I got it on videotape. You guys are wrong. Take it away. So I'm hoping that my persistence will lead to them, you know, changing that. But who knows, whatever. Fuck them. Lyft is starting to seem like a more viable option. Anyway, getting back to what I was talking about, as I was thinking about that, I was going over it in my head, I was going over all my rides and, you know, the professionalism part and how nice I am and how kind I've been to complete strangers, and, you know, even signed up for the Uber Assist thing, and I've helped, you know, people with wheelchairs get into my car and whatnot. I was thinking about how these people are still dicks, you know, and I was going over my rides in my head. Now I remember there was these. I went to the fucking mall. Okay, I hate getting calls to a mall. Not as much as going to a bar, but close, very close. So anyway, it's nighttime. It's probably like 9 o'clock at night. I'm picking up the people just getting done with their dinner or whatever, and I pull up to location, and there's these two 50-something-year-old broads with the bleach blonde hair, and they're wearing edgy. I'm making metal air quotes again, edgy, like metal clothing, if you will. They, you know, basically they were just like, you know, they're probably about the same age as me, roughly, give or take, and they were into, you know, Guns N' Roses or some godforsaken band like that, you know, and they live that you know, kind of long hair rock, hair glam. Man, I'm holding back so much right now just to give you guys an indication. I think I'm turning red right now trying to figure out words I can use to substitute for the words I would normally use for these type of people. But anyway, and the reason why I say these types of people is because you're gonna hear what they did. I come pulling up, and they're like, they look over at me, and they're all, oh, hold on 1 minute, and I got my window down. It's a cold night, and they're just, I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't start the ride because that's my rule, man. Never start the ride. You never know if they're gonna try to pile fucking 6 people in, but whatever. It was probably just for the one chick. The chick was talking to her little fucking friend. I don't know which one of these two broads was the one I was supposed to be giving a ride to. But I was like, whatever. So I'm sitting there for what feels like at least 2 minutes at this point. Now, I'd slid the thing over that said, you know, let the person know you've arrived. And so they knew I was there. And they're out there talking, whatever, you know. Usually I give people time most of the time. But they were standing like 4 feet. I could actually hear their conversation when I had the window down. So what I did is I turned off my engine to save some gas. And right there I was thinking, God, man, fucking just get in the fucking car. Don't call for a cab if you want to stand around and bullshit with your, you know, metal wannabe, you know, friend or whatever the fuck, you know. So I'm looking at my clock, and it's been 6 minutes at this point where I was sitting there. 5 minutes going on 6. And I was like, you know what, fuck this. So I start the car. I thought, okay, they're going to hear the car start, and they're going to get into the fuck. One of them, or both of them, are going to get into the fucking car. But I could sort of tell by the conversation I was eavesdropping on that there was only one of them going with me. And it was the shorter of the two that had, bleach blonde hair. And they were, tipsy, man. They're just the drunk, they're talking about divorce, and they were talking about it's just terrible things that that doesn't never is a part of my, it's not part of my life or my world, you know, shitty music and divorce and, just things that don't interest me at all whatsoever. So anyway, I'm disgusted. I'm sitting here kind of like thinking about it more and more. It's actually pissing me off again, just like it did that night. So this is where it gets good. I fucking fire up the car, and then they kind of look over briefly, but then they go right back to their shitty little conversation about divorce and money and things that don't interest me at all. And now I roll up the window and I drive away very slowly. I wanted them to see me just driving away. And as I was driving away, there was no one around, and I slid the phone, no one around, no other cars coming or people walking the street. I slid over, cancel ride, and then under reason, I put other. That way, if they'd, if Uber contacted me or whatever, I could be like, if I could write back, yeah, there were people, and there was more than just them. There was a few other people standing around talking, having, wrapping up their night or whatever. So other, rider no show or other. I just put other. And anyway, this long story short here, if you're gonna fucking order a goddamn Uber or a Lyft or a taxi, have the goddamn courtesy to realize that if I started the fucking ride, which most Uber drivers do, they start as soon as they make contact or whatever, 15 cents a minute. That ain't shit. It ain't shit for you. It ain't shit for me. Have the courtesy to get in the fucking car and let's go. And if you ain't got time or whatever, cancel the fucking ride. If the lady said, if I'd pulled up and she said, I'm not ready yet. I haven't seen my friend in a long time. I'm going to be out here for a little bit. I would have said, I'll cancel, no problem. And I would have said, oh, and, I'll click, don't charge the customer or whatever. No fee attached, because that's the kind of guy I am. I understand things like that, simple human things where, try to be nice, try to do the right thing. I'm not all out to just, scam for money and scrounge for fucking money. So I drove away, and I could only, I saw him in my rear view, but the car I have is not that good. The view from behind, the mirrors aren't that good. The fucking, the angles, it's kind of a small cockpit in there. And I couldn't really see the expression on their face. I would have loved to have seen it, but anyway, fucking, it was just, it was great. And then, of course, I'm driving away. Now, I take screenshots of everything. I'm going to go over that with another video. And I memorize, if I go to pick somebody up, they have to be a 4.6 or higher. And this particular chick was like a 4.75 or whatever. And I drove away, and bam, it said, pick up at the same location at the fucking mall. And it was a 4 point, same number, 4.85 or whatever it was. So I was like, yeah, yep. So I just let it go, man. I just let it time down and let her go let somebody else come pulling up so she could complain to the other driver. Like, the guy pulled up and then he just drove away and I got charged $5. So anyway, I made a quick $3.50. It took me 5 minutes. I made $3.50, and I just thought I'd go over that. Going over the many things I've got in my head about shitty, dicky, fucked up passengers that have attempted to get my car or got my car and acted even more fucked up. So if you're a passenger and you're listening to this, don't dilly-dally. Get in the motherfucking car. And if you're a driver, don't sit and wait for these people longer than you're supposed to. 5 minutes, gone. Go. Hit the fucking road. Even if they're standing there, unless, they're trying to get their baby into a car carrier or something that's, not just two drunk skanks, that used to be hot back in the early mid '80s or whatever, trying to relive their youth for a minute or talking about their shitty ass divorces and how much money they're getting or whatever it was off their ex husbands. Yeah, tell them to fuck off and just drive away. But if it's something legitimate, yeah, I mean, fuck, wait the extra couple minutes. So that's my rant for this video. Uber off.